Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interception, Season 36, Week 2, with your hosts, myself, Lee Wood.
Myself, Lee Wood.
Myself, Leas Woodus.
And Simon Out of Focus Wood.
He's also a metronome.
He's a marvellous metronome.
No, no.
Right, let's start off as ever looking round the G.
G.
Hulk winning again. What on earth's going on there?
Well, gunslingers have properly taken up the Hulkman tool.
Oh, yes. Dumber Mules losing to the Rind race. I mean,
What a surprise.
Or form that. Who loses to the Rind race, honestly?
I know.
Aaron
Disgusting.
won.
It's like losing to the Rivets.
I mean, I've never lost to the Rind race.
True. Your 0-0 record stands.
It's quite a few close games.
The coach from No Name one.
Yep, bounce back for the win.
Firebirds Lightning. Looks pretty good.
6 games with 3 points or less, within 3 points or less.
Yeah, it's fair. The G's looking quite good this year.
Maybe the health of the G is better than the average coach of it.
Well, it still looks
Probably.
like a few teams struggling. But
Is that a challenge, Lee? It is the OAP League.
Right. So we have a look at how that's affected the old stand-ins between week 1 and week 2.
Oh, Rooney.
Standaroonies.
oh, the main thing is
Hulk first, Rindwraith second.
Go on, the Hulk.
Gary Stevens has caught you up already.
Sorry, he's got to play the Hulk this week. Gary Stevens gets to play the Hulk. I get to play the Gunslingers.
So you get 127 points.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
These 3 wins. I don't know how I feel about this. Can't remember what I predicted. I feel like it was Dodgers Heroes last week. They both won, so if that's true, it's all good.
I went with Hulk somebody, and I can't remember who the somebody was.
Not looking so stupid now. Until he gets destroyed by Gary fucking Stevens, I guess.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Anything else before we move on to the A?
Another week or two, we'll know a little bit more.
Another day, another dollar.
Dollar. Benton and Hedges won a close game against the Anacondas.
Well, quite a few, not upsets, but
Kendall won a game. That's an upset.
that's surprising.
Great win for the Sonics.
Good, it was a good win for the Heroes against the Tigers, I thought. And Sun Devils beating the Stampede was pretty big.
Are the Rapiers finally on the down?
I don't know, like Outlaws are pretty good. It's tough because I feel like the top teams in the MFC are like pretty close to the top teams in the league, but there's only like 3 or 4 of them, and yeah, I think they're all close. I mean, Outlaws getting that away win is pretty huge though.
See how that's shaken up the leagues a little bit.
What's happening in the CFC East? Madness.
I just getting my head start to make the 5 and 5 a little bit more comfortable. That's all.
CFC West is dying as well.
Yeah, they're getting taken down by the CFC East, which is not what you would normally expect.
No. Been many a year since you expected that.
We now have California Sharks as a team.
Yeah.
In Badger.
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 I I do enjoy seeing the Cyclones second in their division with 6 points scored and 1 win.
Defense.
That's
It's just
quite
something-
impressive.
That's just something that doesn't quite look right about it, but I like it.
Defense.
Yeah, it's that in division win, giving them the tie break.
Yeah, I think it wasn't. They beat the Sonics 6-3 or something like that, wasn't it? I mean, the Outlaws are on 2-0 and they've only got a 9 points differential, which is also pretty impressive.
The Rapiers being 0-2 just confuses me.
It must be rebuilding.
They've lost 2 close games.
They've had a tough start, right? Have they played Outlaws and Spartans?
Spartans.
Something like that? That's
Yeah.
rough. That's a rough.
I got a very rough scheduling.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a start to a season you really want. So, yeah, and I don't know. Actually, a little. Am I a little surprised with how the Swamp Stallions started? I don't know. I don't know where they are really. So they don't look like.
I think they're rebuilding, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's a few rebuilders. I mean, I feel like the Seattle Redcoats have been pretty unfortunate to be 0-2. They've had two pretty close games. So.
Right, let's have a look at the biggest Skyus.
Reykjavik Devils. Great name. Is that Gary Stevens winning?
That is indeed Gary Stevens winning. The Rivets smashing the Eagles. The Wolverhampton Weasels.
So I'm just amusing myself at Simon pretending to be asleep.
Swarming Giant Hornets. Shall we see how Tripson did?
Oh,
okay, I'll wake up for Tripson.
Big problem is it didn't. Oh, he did play. Only one. You're looking at the wrong stat. It's
4 yards, 1 carry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes you've just got to pick up the ball and run with it.
I feel like Tripson might be on the way out here.
Yeah, it's a feeling he is. But
we could have back-to-back seasons where we lose Strom and Tripson. We're gonna have to find some new people to follow. It's definitely true.
Suggestions on a postcard, please.
That I'm gonna have to do some scouting on the weekend. Find some new spicy players.
Oh, I'll see if I can find someone.
So lots of 2-0-2-0.
I'm looking at the stats.
2-0-2-0-0-2-0-2.
Yeah.
How about the leading rusher? Got a great name.
What's his name?
Who's the leading rusher?
Hooker.
Who does he play for?
The Generals.
Okay.
There's no like teams that look like they're gonna do horrendously this season. Like most of the points differentials aren't too bad at the bottom teams. So
yeah, it's probably closer than we've seen it for a while, but it's only 2 weeks in, so it's difficult to tell. I think in getting Simon awake again, we should move on to the continent. Simon, wake up!
Hello.
The Rivets haven't really gone anywhere, and if they're beating Newcastle that easily, it feels like it's going to be another rough season for everyone else.
What's this? The Badgers lost.
Who's beating Newcastle?
This is a 3-0 riveting game.
I was talking about the previous league.
Oh no,
3-0 is even better.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Aston Villa.
Well, there is that too.
Now that the Badgers losing to the Thunderbirds is huge.
Did Badgers lose last week as well? I can't remember for sure.
You know why they
got in there with his comments. No Strom, no win. Fact.
There we go.
I mean, it's true.
To be losing the game to an opposing running back is very rare for the Badgers.
They didn't have a motivation coach before this week, it seems.
Well, that is a bit of a problem.
I want to see how bad the yardage is in this game.
I want it to be 500, 500, and everyone just gave away the ball at the end. No, disappointed. 27 turnovers each, balls flying everywhere. That'd have been fantastic. I'd have been all about that.
What a mad game.
That is a weird line.
Now, click on the badges for a second. I just noticed this. It's quite a feat. Look at those divisional championships. I want to know what happened in season 21.
That took a season off. They took the season off because that was the season Strom was born. I don't actually know whether that's true.
There's a party for Strom.
That would have to make him age 16? No, age 15.
It's probably a bit old for him.
He's close.
It's not far off. That was the season they had to sacrifice to the gods for
They drafted him in season 23. So
even the Dark Lord doesn't have that many.
Well, when you say the Dark Lord, are we talking the Rivets or are we talking the Wind Waves?
I'm obviously talking the Wind Waves.
The Windmore Waves.
The Windmore Waves.
Let's have a look at the continental stand-ins.
No, the Badgers did win last week. Just wasn't very impressive. I guess going 1-on-1 without a motivational coach, you probably take that, right?
Mm.
All things considered.
Yeah.
Feels like there's a little bit of a changing of the guard around the continental.
Park Bombers, the Lewis Spartans going 0-2.
I mean, the Brooklyn Park Bombers being bottom of their division is not something you see very often.
No.
Like the Badgers have lost a game, I know. We talked about motivation coaches. Renegades 0-2.
Bit strange.
Yeah. Could be an interesting season in the Continental.
Let's move on and look at the Delta.
Disappointed by the Zeppelin. It's all gone wrong.
They traded out all their good players.
Yeah, I figured that was the case. But
I'm kind of confused. To why, but they.
I mean, their team looked pretty good last season.
It was pretty good. This is like, why not just add a bit, run it back?
Win more whilst you're winning.
La Jolla lost. The Hayes lost just to spite me.
The Jolla losing to the Hornets is quite a. Yeah. Is that just the. Yeah.
That's got to have a bit of a sting.
Yeah, it does have a bit of a sting in its tail.
Don't they have a loss every season? Just one random loss in the season.
They do, yeah. Most of us do pick up random losses sometimes. Like the Hornets are usually, remarkably shit. So are the Hornets amazing this season, or?
Big win for the Katanas.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Grande Sandbag. Oh, my team's shit this year. Oh, my team's shit. To smash everyone.
That's the key, though. Misdirection.
No, he's just king of the sandbag. He does it every season. We all Will don't believe him, but he does it anyway.
Pretty much.
It's the boy that cried sandbag.
Hammer Sharks beating the Robber Barons. I can't really remember what happened.
Probably roughly where I expect that game to be. Close.
Went into overtime. If Glenn had a proper quarterback, probably would have won.
Wait, has he not got a proper quarterback? I've not heard this before.
Yeah, I know. He must have traded something out,
Warriors are looking pretty good this season. I don't know what their schedule's like, but they've started the season well.
Yeah, have not conceded a point.
I think the Delta's the league I spend least time on because you guys both know about the Delta. So,
and you probably spend more time in it than us.
Yeah, based on Simon's results the last few seasons, that's true.
I keep getting kind of murdered and aging in Delta for no particular reason.
I know what that's like. I think I had that probably 10 seasons into the A. Had a good start and built a team, and the whole team just died in aging, and they were still young. And I was like, well, I've got nothing.
I've got nothing.
I've got nothing to trade really, and I've also got no real players of value.
Yeah, it really took like good 6, 7, 8 seasons to get anywhere near winning a winning record again. So,
I do love that the GFC North is just 1-1-1-1-1.
that's pretty nice.
Indeed.
It's just all binary.
Binary solo.
On to the Empire.
The only league I've looked at results for this.
Red Bulls won.
Where Nick looked first.
It is. I know the results here more than I know the results in the A these days. So. Watch my game, head to the E. That's it.
I thought it was head to the E, then watch your game.
No, I do still watch my game first.
Oh, okay.
Roy Hunter's beating the Russians.
Yeah, our cubed lost again.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Kings won. They lost last week, right? So
Find out when we go and look at the standings.
Thundering Herd are thundering on.
yeah, it's their season. I take all my viewership away from the Zeppelin and to the Thundering Herd. So
Have you got a feeling?
I don't feel like it's the Thundering Herd season. But
Kings won last week if they lost this week.
I fairly think it's that season.
no, Kings won this week, so they must have
Lost the week before.
But
Red Bulls being 1-1 and third is
we've
not
not seen
something
that
we
for a while.
often see.
Actually, like, what's the Red Bulls record? Can we look at
1-1.
No, like for the last few seasons.
9-1, 10-0, 9-1, 10-0.
Very rarely lose. I wasn't sure how close they were to being similar to the Rivets in terms of like regular season scores.
Miles off is the answer. No one gets even close to the Rivets. They should just retire the entire league.
No, but I could have seen the Red Bulls being like 10-0 for 3 seasons in a row, something like that.
Okay.
It's interesting them being third. So that's for sure. That's the right turnaround. 0-10, 0-10, 9-1, 10-0, 9-1. They're just like flip flops all over the place. Boom bust. I mean, that's the way to be, right?
Yeah.
It's better than being middle of the road all the time.
There's no real prizes for going 5-5.
Yeah, there should. Yeah, there is.
Except for winning the CFC East.
Exactly. What's the Kings record like up till this season? Yeah, they give a loss away every season ish. So lots of 9-1s and 10-0s there as well. Yeah, Empire looks pretty open as well.
Yeah,
initial viewings.
I mean, things will start to come to head over the next couple of weeks when we've seen about a third of the season go. Usually gives us a better idea of whereabouts things are.
Yeah, like once we get to like, what is it, week 4 that we have the next round of divisional games?
I believe it's week 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when we really start getting an idea of where the teams are. Once teams are beating on each other in the league division, that's where it's at.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else before we bring this to a close?
Nope.
I mean, Simon's got something playing in the background because he's that enthralled.
I think he said it's number 1 round 2. Is that what it said?
That's number 1 round 2.
That's number 1. Hey, with that, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Bye.